Good morning. My name's Marty Braden, and this is day 3 of my journey to alignment. That's where you get to center yourself, your core self, your true self, and who you were really meant to be by aligning all 3 of your minds, your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and your vibrational mind, so you can show up each day as the person you really are and are meant to be. I hope you had a great day of attracting what you wanted and not what you didn't want, so that today happened as you imagined that it would be. My day didn't quite go so well on everything, but it's been a great day, and so I'm going to tell you a little bit about it now. Until I get better at this, I'm going to use a few notes I've written down to help prompt me on what I want to share with you about some of the events and thoughts that happened throughout my day today. Today was Friday the 3rd of January. And like most Fridays, we all can't wait to get done with the work so we can begin our weekend. And so I wanted to have a great day today so I could enjoy my Saturday tomorrow. I must say that today started off even better than yesterday did because I had my steps all written out and laminated so I could stay on task and not have to slow down to find out what the next thing was that I was supposed to do. For example, here's the powerful morning right here. And it shows the steps. You can't see that's kind of backwards, I suppose. But I did put the 3 questions I asked myself and then the thought. So I put that down and laminated some of that so that I could pursue it and listen to it and watch it and not have to remember it was right there in front of me. So, like I said yesterday, my pattern will be to try and review how my day went by answering the 4 end-of-the-day success routine questions that Croy teaches as a way to end your day with power and in preparation to have a great tomorrow and enjoy even a greater success than I did today. So let me tell you how my day went. The first question is, what could I have done better today? Like I mentioned on yesterday's video, I was barraged with the power of procrastination, which are thoughts that come to convince you not to do what you want to do. Well, I wasn't prepared for that yesterday, and so I decided that the one thing I could do today that would have the most impact on my day was to set myself up with some affirmations about how I don't procrastinate and that I get things done and I don't quit. So I put together this affirmation list and I laminated it so I can read it. I am someone that people see as a kind person. I am someone that people see as a loving person. I am someone who shows and expresses tender and loving feelings towards everyone. I am a terrific husband. I am a good father. I am a great friend. I am an intelligent man. I am someone who does not quit when things get done. I am someone who persists until the job is done. I am someone who attracts fantastic ideas that I work to bring into the world of the physical. I am someone that people see as a positive, happy, and cheerful person. I am someone that people see as a successful person, and so on. Those are my affirmations I'm reading each day. So that's the card I typed up and got laminated, and it has all my affirmations listed on it so I can nip procrastination in the bud. This was one of the things I did well today. I also think a great thing that I did well today was the fact that Kathleen and I are now doing the steps, listening to the audios, and even telling each other our own answers to these 3 important questions that we ask ourselves at the end of the day. And we do it together. It's been wonderful. I don't think we've ever done our goal setting in this way ever before, together like this, and talking about our failures and our successes together daily. Of course, we have had goals and told each other about them, but we haven't joined together as a team to do a program together and do it daily by coming together in the morning before going to work and by ending our day each night by talking about all of this every single day, or at least for 3 straight days now without a miss. It's really something. Another thing I didn't do well yesterday and that I thought about today is that I decided to change for today was to prioritize. To prioritize my list so that at the top of this list were the most important things that would make the most important difference when I got them done, so that my day was successful. I didn't want to repeat doing a lot of things, but not getting the important things done at all. Next is, what did I do well? Making the adjustment on my day's activities and my to-do list had a real impact on my day-to-day. I prioritized my day, putting the most important things at the top of my list, and then it went from there. For example, like I said, Kathleen and I are now doing things together in the morning as we start our day and as we finish our day. I also did the one big thing that I decided would make the most difference in my day-to-day. And that was, I realized that even though I'm working on eliminating procrastination for doing things, and I'm now prioritizing my list to do with the important things, I'm still allowing too many things to distract me from doing all that I could and want to be doing each day. You know, I don't want to procrastinate. I've learned to prioritize so I don't procrastinate. And now I've got to not distract me, and so I'm focusing on those three things. I always take a short minute to review my bank account so that things are not getting past me without making a correction. Now here's the distraction. Because I'm on the internet checking them, I have often, and I did it today, in the past, had the thought to check on the news or check my emails while I'm on the internet, and I find myself being distracted and spending way too much time before I realize I still have more things to do today, and so a lot of things that I could have gotten done towards the middle to the end of the list didn't get done. Such as the honeydews my wife asked me to do before she went to work this morning. I put them on my list, and they often get left on my list, which they're usually put towards the bottom of my list. Because of the distractions I had today, they didn't get done. Not good. One was mailing a couple of envelopes she asked me to mail for her, which required that I get out of the house and go to the office and do it for my wife, and I didn't. And because I didn't do it, it sent the message to Kathleen that she wasn't important to me today, when in fact she is absolutely the most important person in my life, and her needs truly are important to me. But I failed at this. I failed to give her that affirming message because I got distracted and ran out of time before I knew it, she was home. Question 3 says, what am I going to do to make tomorrow even better than it was today? And what was the one thing, the one change or thought or action that is going to have the greatest impact on my day tomorrow so that I have an even better day than the one I did today? I thought another big thing I could do to end my workday when Kathleen walks through the door was to say, she's home! And I give her a big hug and a kiss and tell her, I love you, sweetheart, and hug her again. And that's just what I did today. That one gesture set the stage for what Kathleen and I call set the table for the evening together so we could have a safe conversation, fun time together as we watched a video that we both wanted to see, and we did it together. Tonight, we watched a couple of videos, in fact, by a young woman who is a life coach that Kathleen has been listening to. Her name is Jody Moore. Like Kathleen joined me to listen to Instant Manifestation Secrets because I asked her to, and she looked in, she got excited. I decided to listen to Jody Moore and many of her video coaching and lessons, and they've been wonderful. We've enjoyed them together, and it's opened the door to marvelous conversations. I mention this because this is so very different than how my days used to end. It's been so long I can't even remember. The fact is, because of listening to a few audios or videos and then doing a few assignments that Croy laid out for me to do, the thoughts I've had and the power generated by those thoughts are actually changing my life in several ways and in several areas of my life, even in just 3 days. For example, I feel it. I'm experiencing these changes firsthand right now. I experienced it today, in fact. And I promise you, I am not making this up. This morning was the first day that Kathleen and I were both in sync, where we both of us were doing the Win the Morning routine together in the same room, almost side by side, and enjoying each other as we did it. I found myself listening and watching her as she did the steps and the 3 routines of the high prayer reach and the arm swings and the touch high lows, those little 20-second things. We did it together. I watched her do it and she watched me. The personal one-on-one togetherness as we work to have a purposeful morning has never happened in our entire 40-year marriage. It's incredible. That's changes that are fantastic. Of course, we've done things together for years. We have talked about and then tried to pursue our goals together, and that has brought us closer together over the years, and we've accomplished a lot of things for sure. But never have we got up, splashed cold water on our face together, done our quick 2-minute breathing and exhaling together, and then made the bed together so that we closed our night's sleep together and started our day together. We both knew that the other person was doing the Win the Morning, Win the Day routine, and we were doing it like synchronized swimmers. It would be so it would be comical if it weren't so beautiful. Our story before Instant Manifestation Secrets is a normal story of living our lives together, but often separate in too many areas, I would say. Separate goals, separate interests, separate thoughts, separate mindsets about money, about jobs and leisure, separate attitudes about travel, and on and on. It leaves room for a lot of selfishness instead of selflessness. We certainly love each other, but there are sides to our marriage that have been disconnecting, and or we're getting close to becoming disconnected, that we have had to work hard to set the table and really listen to each other and try to find that third option or place where we could both feel safe to share our vulnerable feelings and try to be understood and be understanding. That's powerful. Anyway, today's story, even after just 3 days of taking the action we've learned needs to be taken, we're now doing more things together than we have done for a couple of 3 years now. I'm talking about how I would watch TV as Kathleen made me dinner. She'd come home and I'd be on the couch and I'd have full expectation that she would come home and throw her bags to the side or set her purse down and jump right into preparing dinner for me, even after a long day at work. Pretty crazy. The past story isn't easy for me to talk about because it shows the underbelly of our lives a little and about me a little bit. But it's part of my journey, and so I am willing to share it in order to show how it is making that old story of mine go away. And now I'm writing a happier, more loving, and togetherness story. And I'm so happy about that. Got a lot of room to grow, and I'm going to do better as the days go by, and I'll tell you about it, but it's begun. Keep in mind that it's Friday, again, the 3rd of January, and I'm just 3 days into my journey to alignment, but I'm starting to feel the vibrational mind's impact on the power of my thoughts, both conscious and subconscious ones, and on my ideas, and on the newly learned actions I'm trying to take each day. Listening to and learning how to set in motion these new positive transforming habits by simply changing my thoughts is so mind-boggling to me. It's just incredible. Like I said, I'm starting to see more than one of my goals that I put down on paper at the end of last year beginning to manifest themselves in my physical world, even now, or at least they're starting to fade from my mind and are appearing into the world of the physical even as I'm talking to you. I have been purposely thinking of and taking actions for 3 days now, and I'm starting to see them come to life right before my eyes. For example, I want to show you. I have this little list of things right here, what I want to accomplish in 2020. And here's what some of the things that I listed right on that sheet of paper. I want to stay mentally active by watching less TV and reading more books, and I would say audios and videos now. I can stay more connected socially, starting with Kathleen. I wrote that down. We're heading to Hawaii in May for the trip, and of this kind is the first one in 44-year marriage, and I want to be happy during that time, fully and completely present with her. I can work to generate an income as soon as possible besides my Social Security checks, which I'll start taking out in July. That's just a few of them. I even found Kathleen's wish list. Let's see if I got that here. It's right here. Anyhow, her wish list, and put it into my goals binder for 2020, which I incorporated into my goals. Those are just a glimpse of what I typed out for 2020, and lo and behold, I got Croy's email the very next morning, New Year's Day, just 3 days ago. So I'm convinced that as I learn more and more about how to think about my dreams and how to bring them to exist in the world of my physical world, using my 3 minds and getting them to align, I know I will become truly centered and focused on the real me, on how I want to show up each day of my journey. I'm also convinced that it's already happening. Let me finish up by sharing what I learned today. I learned that I need to want with a purpose and want from abundance and not want from lack. I learned that I can want what I already have, and that's important to want the good marriage I already have so that I keep doing and improving on my marriage so that I keep it. That's what wanting my marriage that I already have means. I learned that I want to pay for the home and keep it and own it. And that's how I look at it now, is I want to treat my owned home, my paid-for home, as though I don't have it so that I can keep it and keep it unencumbered. And that's how I'll keep it unencumbered. I also learned that there is real power in the words, I believe it is possible. Say that out loud. I believe it is possible. What? Anything. It is possible to be healthy. It is possible to pay off your home. It is possible to become debt-free. It is possible to live in abundance. That's fantastic. It is possible. There you go. Sleep well tonight and go to bed with positive, it's possible thoughts, and I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, I wish you success. Bye.